our podcast. We are
the Yap Collective. I'm Aaron.
I'm Susanna.
and I'm Alicia.
Just three friends and Mike, and then love for good conversation and laugh.
Okay, topics of the week.
Yes.
Alicia, take us away.
Mine was Valentine's Day.
Oh.
I had a very nice Valentine's Day. We went for Mexican tapas.
Ooh.
And it was so good.
Which restaurant?
It's called Condesa.
Oh.
It's like in Covent Garden, I think.
Oh.
And it was
also
so-
a romantic area of London.
It was as well because it was like really intimate. It was like you were sat at the bar,
Mm.
but it wasn't a bar. It was like the chefs cooking and stuff.
Oh.
It was really nice.
Cool.
Yeah, and then we had ice cream afterwards.
Ice cream on a cold,
Winter's
wintry,
evening.
wintry England evening.
I know, but it was really nice. Yeah.
Sounds like a really good evening.
It was.
Oh, that's good. I don't know. My highlight of this week particularly, maybe not really a good one, but it got me thinking a bit because I had like a fight with one of my coworkers.
Mhm.
And I don't know, it's just like sometimes, you can have a disagreement with someone without disrespecting them.
Yeah.
And I feel like he disrespected me, necessarily. And it just got me it bugged me a lot during the week, which I feel like bad that it bugged me. Because it's like such a silly thing. But it got me thinking that, I need to stop letting people or people's actions affect me so much.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's just not that deep, and probably whatever was going on with him had nothing to do with me
Exactly.
to start with.
Mhm.
But it is what it is, I guess.
Mm.
Mm.
So just adding onto it. Like last week, well, technically this week, last weekend. There are situations that sometimes you put more into a friendship.
Yeah.
Like you feel you give way more than 100%, and it's not entirely reciprocated.
Mm.
Like usually I get that both friendship isn't always like 50-50. Sometimes one person gives more, sometimes the other gives less. But it's like it balances it out in moments. But I felt like, especially last weekend, I gave more to a friendship, and I didn't get appreciation for what I did. And it was a nice feeling, and sometimes I feel like I'm learning to put boundaries,
Yeah.
and I didn't put the boundary
Yeah.
soon enough, possibly, most likely. But it teaches you to appreciate and just maybe not appreciate, but just look back at certain friendships or other friendships and just
Yeah.
reflect on it
Mhm.
and see sometimes it's not working out for you.
Yeah.
Maybe you just need some time apart, or it's just not it anymore, or you've just outgrown each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, guys, think about your friendships
Yeah.
if you're getting what you need out of them.
Yeah. Because it needs to work for both parties.
It needs to work for both parties.
It's not just you need everything out of it or they need everything out of it.
Yeah.
It needs to be a give and take, like any relationship.
Yeah.
So, Erin, you told me, you showed me the other day that, well, we live in London, all of us. And, well, two of us are single. Another one is to be confirmed. Yeah. At the moment. But in essence, I think you read an article on a very valid source called Time Out magazine that London is one of the worst cities to date
Yeah, to find love.
to find love. What was the article saying?
Basically, it was saying just in general, London is not the best place to be to find love. One, it's very expensive. The people here are not so nice. It's hard to strike up a conversation with people. And, it's just really gloomy. if you think
Yeah.
about it. If it doesn't really give the romantic atmosphere per se, but these are just people's opinions on like the polls and stuff that they took. But basically said 70% of people feel like London is the problem, that they can't find love, not they are the problem. But also, I personally feel like dating in this day and age has become very like impersonal
Yeah.
with the dating apps and like messaging, and I don't know if it's the extrovert in me or what, but I'm like more of a pick up the phone and call someone, or like, you know, send really long messages, not like short like one-liners sort of a thing.
Yeah.
Like, I find I'm much more like, I don't know, I get the ick like with online dating and having to make small talk. I feel like I'm a lot more like, if I could just meet you face to face, it would be a whole much better situation. But I feel like you can't ever get there
Yeah.
because of like the small talk that dating provides, like dating apps and WhatsApp and whatever. It's just crap.
And I think it's very superficial.
Yes.
It's like you're having like those small talks, like, and you know, swiping left, swiping right, and it's like what you see is not always what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes like you might not be like photogenic,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not genetic.
I mean, sometimes it is genetic.
Sometimes it is. Person, and you just don't like photos. Like for instance, like most, like 90% of my photos, I have sunglasses on. And
Yeah.
it was pointed out once a while back that, like, have you got a photo that you don't have sunglasses on? And it was really hard to find, but that's a side note. It's very superficial, and it's not always what an eye sees. It's
Yeah.
what you get, because you can't really put your personality through prompts
Yeah.
or like a small description, because you might just be bad at writing about yourself, but then when you actually meet, you can actually have a conversation, like a deep conversation, or about anything, like music, whatever you're interested in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have an intellectual conversation with someone and like vibe on there, like a more of a mental way. And I mean, attraction still is important.
Yeah, you need to feel someone.
I think
feel something.
Alicia said something
Yeah.
really good. What did you say? That love is not
Love
blind?
isn't blind.
Yeah.
It's not.
Like, a lot of people say like looks aren't everything, but at some point you need to be at least somewhat sexually attracted to the person.
That's the thing, because it's like that part is true, as in like it's not everything. Like it's not all about looks. Like you shouldn't choose. Like say if you're choosing out of two people, you shouldn't make your decision like based on looks. Let's say.
Yeah.
But you do have to be attracted to them, because then is that not just your friend?
Yeah, exactly. Then it's just platonic.
Well, you just get a platonic girlfriend,
Yeah.
polyamorous relationship.
Yeah.
Like ours.
Yeah. Platonic polyamorous relationship. Well, currently it's monogamous. Alicia's still to decide if she's gonna join.
But yeah, I agree. It's important. Like you can grow fond of that person, and I think sometimes they can be amazing and look amazing, but like you don't connect with
Yeah,
them.
the vibe is not
The
there.
vibe is not there, or maybe you're not overly into them at the moment, but then when you actually meet them, you just vibe, and you grow, like you're on the same wavelengths.
Yeah. I think it has to be, you need a little bit of both, at least at the beginning, to like even take it anywhere else.
But then can you feel it through the dating app?
No, you cannot.
Exactly.
The one thing about the dating app that irritates me, right, is because, so Susanna helped me with my profile on Hinge, yeah? And one of the things she said to me was like, because one of the problems was I was talking about the Portugal thing, and she said, well, say something about football and your friends and stuff, so that, you know, you don't get like, and like, you like Manchester United or something, so you don't get like a stupid question like, what team do you support or something like that. Like they already have that information. So I put all of that on. I put a photo of me playing football, and the very first girl that I started talking to asked me, "Do you play football?" The minute she asked me that, I was like, "Oh my god, are you being for real?"
Yeah.
Like,
damn or what?
like I just like it's like so like this question does not engage me whatsoever.
No.
But I still went for it and went on a date with this girl. It was horrible because she was boring, but when I started talking, like she was really interested in me because I had a lot of things to say, but I feel like that worked for me, like just like talking the whole time, because I'm a bit of a yapper, if you didn't know.
Well, hence the podcast.
But it's just like, you just like meet people and you like vibe with them, but then you still need that, like, I feel like you could vibe completely with a person, yeah? And be like on the same wavelength, know a lot about them, be very like compatible, I would say. But if there's no sexual attraction, what's going to happen? Nothing.
Yeah.
But do you believe in something that you might not be attracted to the person initially, but then the more you get to know them, you
start finding them
start
attractive.
finding them
Yeah,
attractive
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
with time. And that's what I'm saying, the apps don't allow you for it, because you're just gonna swipe no on a person because, well, you didn't like the looks. And so you're gonna swipe left, but they might have actually been the person.
Oh, I see what you mean. It makes it very much about like how you present yourself and stuff, when that's not everything that is about a person.
Yeah, because you can put a lot of photos like friends, and I'm like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but you might be a very boring person.
Yeah.
So it's like, what you put in the app is not always a reflection of the reality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, the apps make for, I don't know. I feel like, I mean, I hear a lot of stories, and I know people who've like met on like Tinder or whatever, and like they're about to get married and stuff, and it's like, good for them. But I feel like it's like the one in whatever. But the thing is, like, those stories, right, is like they started chatting on the app and it was like very superficial, but then they met in real life, and then when they met in real life, it was like this couple that I'm talking about, I still remember them telling me their dating story. They just met for coffee and ended up walking around Hyde Park for like almost like 5 hours because they just couldn't stop talking and vibing. And like, it's just like, I think dating has lost the human interaction of what actually it is,
I agree.
I'm not sure if it's London, if that article is completely correct, because I find it statistically impossible, right, that you live in a city of 8 million people and you can't find someone that's like at least on the same. Okay, but then there's also the case of, are you really trying that hard? Because I feel like we're not actually really trying that hard.
We have not. Like, let's be honest, we haven't tried.
Because we're not actually unhappy being single. But that's also something else. Like, I think I was talking to you about this the other day. Like, you can't, if you are not happy in yourself and alone, you can't be happy in a relationship.
Yeah.
Which is also like a separate topic, but the same thing. So me and Susanna are single. We're okay with being single because we don't like, it's not like something we need right now.
Yeah.
And that, I think that's the best place to be in to find someone, because then when you do find someone,
It's an addition.
it happens quite naturally as well. It's like you weren't really looking for it. And I find like those sort of relationships tend to be the best.
Yeah. And it's like you have your own personal, individual, your life as an individual built and alright, and you're happy with it, and then you move on and you have that addition of the partner that just like adds up to it. But essentially, you need to be happy within yourself, be happy with your individual life, and then you can just start something. But also you need to put effort into it.
Yeah.
You can't just wait and download an app and within a week it's going to be a miracle. And you met that person. But I think we established that we're not really into apps.
Yeah.
So how do you meet that person? You just need to go out.
Basically, yeah, that's the thing. I think but that's also going out with the intention of meeting someone. And I think the difference is, like, when you start going out with the intention, then it gets a bit weird.
I think so, because somebody said, like, oh, you should just go out, but, like, find hobbies that you're interested in, and then through that hobby, you're gonna find the person. And I'm so sorry, but I've been playing football for 2 years, and I'm still single.
Same.
Exactly.
Alicia's not, but she didn't meet her boyfriend at football.
Yeah, it's like, it's not always as easy. Or maybe we were just, I don't know. I think maybe just the person is not actually in this football club. But yeah, it's just, I'm thinking what else I could do where I could just go out and meet people, but also, like, that would be a very big struggle for me because it doesn't come easy for me to meet new people, and I wouldn't be myself in that environment. So it's like, you're going there to meet people and potentially maybe that person, but then you're not yourself.
But that's the thing, it's like the intention. So it's like the intention of going out to meet someone. Whereas I think if, like, for example, if we went out to, like, a club or a bar or whatever, right, and we were just out, like, as a group, like the three of us, would be like our most true selves that we can be. And I think that's the best place to meet someone. But it's like the intention of it. Because I feel like if we were to go out, right, we would not pay attention to anyone around us.
Yeah.
Because we're just, like, having a great time on our own, which also doesn't help the facts.
No. But then, isn't it, maybe we wouldn't go out with the intention, but you're not blind.
Yeah.
And you see someone you fancy, wouldn't you feel more confident? Because, like, for example, if you fancied someone, I would be like, just go. Like, go. And we'll support you.
I definitely feel more confident.
You'll come back and we'll just...
Yeah, but that's the thing. I think, like, going out with friends, where you feel comfortable, like how we feel comfortable around each other, is the best version of yourself to meet someone.
Yeah.
And then at least your friends are there to support you.
Yeah.
If it, like, doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold the hands in the toilet. Yeah, I agree. So me and Erin, we've been talking about it for a long time to go out, and I think you've been included in the plans as well. We just never do.
Yeah, we just never go out.
We just never go out.
I mean, we go out, but we never go out with the intention, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like...
Not to the place that potentially we could meet someone.
Yeah, where you could potentially meet. We're usually just doing things for ourselves. But, I mean, it's like also, like we were discussing the other day, it's like... Okay, so for me personally, right? I'm like, I got on the dating apps and, like, you know, tried the whole dating thing. Not because I actually, like, want someone. It just felt like the right thing to do. And I feel like...
Sorry, my stomach wants to give its opinion on the topic.
Because I think it's also, like, a society thing. Not that I'm, like, I'm as far from the norm as possible. But, like, you know, being in your 30s and stuff, and you see everyone around you is basically coupled up.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, do I need to be like that? Do I want to be like that? I don't really think so. But, so, like, I was, like, so unserious about the dating, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Which, like, think it's just like, it's hard because people want to find other people, but sometimes the best relationships just happen naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I definitely get what you guys mean.
Because don't you feel, Alicia, that because your current relationship you're in, you were friends for a long time before you guys actually got together?
Yeah.
Do you not feel that was like a more natural like unfolding of things than if you would have met on a dating app?
Definitely. And like obviously we were friends first, so we got to know each other as friends, not as a potential partner, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But then talking about the attraction thing, that's what's weird, because I think like obviously I've always thought that he was good looking.
Yeah.
But then this also brings me on to the other thing when I thought maybe I was asexual. But anyway, I don't think though I ever really thought about him in like a sexual way until we kissed.
Oh, fine.
And then I was like, oh wait, actually, I could imagine this happening. But before that, I didn't. Like, I think I like had like, I was like, like I kind of fancy him a little bit. Like I kind of like him, but it wasn't sexual. I didn't like think about him in that way. But
then after you kissed him, you felt something.
Yeah. But then also I think that's my thing about I thought maybe I was asexual. Like asexual, but still would like a romantic relationship.
Yeah.
So I think I've always like maybe had like romantic feelings, romantic thoughts, but not like sexual. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know how it happens with me. I think sexuality is another topic to talk about.
But what don't you don't know how it happens with you, like falling in love with someone?
Yeah. Like, and just getting that idea, I want to date them.
Yeah.
How did it happen in the past?
We vibed. How about you, Aaron?
I don't know. All of the, like, whenever I've approached someone or, like, felt like, okay, I'm going to ask this person out on a date, I don't think I've ever been friends with a person before, like, dating them.
Yeah.
I think I've always just, like, asked them out and gone on a few dates and then ended up in a relationship. But it comes back to the fact that, like, love is not blind, because I've always felt like at least found the person attractive before, like, asking them out.
Yeah.
So that's how it's happened with me in the past.
Yeah.
Which is, like, a bit, like... And then, like, the more, the deeper the feelings got, the more attractive they became.
Yeah.
Sort of a thing. So I can understand it, like, working the opposite way around. Like, if you maybe didn't find them attractive at first, but then the deeper the feelings got, then maybe you found them attractive. But thinking back to, like, my last couple of relationships, spanning, like, 5 years, it's... has always been, there's at least been like I've definitely found the person attractive before asking them out.
Yeah.
See, this is the point. I found most of them attractive, but then the more I talked to them, the more attractive they became, because I like the intellectual part of them. But then there was times when I saw them, I didn't feel as attracted, but
like physically attracted?
Physically attracted, but I loved the brain, and like, they were so smart, and that just made me feel attracted to them.
That's an interesting...
But like the physical aspect, I wasn't really feeling it, necessarily, but I really felt the intelligence.
What would you say your love language is? because I can tell you guys right now, my love language is touch. So I feel like that's why maybe I find like the person attractive first, and then go on to the more emotional side of things. I wonder if it's connected somehow.
Maybe.
What's your love language? Do we need to look up what the 5 love languages are? Because I can't remember the rest.
I think mine's physical touch. Quality time is the top one.
Yeah.
Quality time for me.
And physical touch, I think, which is weird because not for friends.
I know you don't have
No,
to
quality time for everything, but physical touch only
for relationships.
for relationships, yeah.
So,
for me, it's like both. For the romantic and the friendships. I'm like quite a tactile person.
Yeah.
So to me, it's quality time because I know that I do it, and I appreciate when somebody
makes time for you.
Makes time for me. And
in both romantic and platonic relationships?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, I think quality time for me would be second. Like, whereas you guys it's first. And what would be your second?
Physical touch.
Yeah, you see, so I'm the other way around.
Because I'm not as tactile. And when I'm letting you be tactile with me, that means I feel something.
Yeah.
Like, I've gotten better with it, because previously, I think I was, like, I know you, Alicia, don't like really touchy-feely. You don't like to be, like, touched or hugged and whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like I've learned a little bit of it, but I know that previously I didn't like it. Maybe it's a Polish thing. Like, being reserved in that way, in that sense. But I've never, maybe it's just like, you know, but me and my friends, we've never been too tactile. So it's like, just like a glance or something, like, that means that I'm, like you. In a friendship way, or in a, like, friends or romantic partner.
Yeah.
But yeah, quality time and touch.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm.
It's interesting that you say this might be the Polish thing, because I feel like as a South African, we are a very tactile people.
Yeah.
We do, like, hug a lot and touch a lot, and, like, it's just how we are. Like, sometimes I realize, like, I do it with you sometimes, and I don't realize because, you know, it's just, like, who I am. But, like, especially when I'm, like, really into a conversation, like, I'll reach out and, like, grab your arm or something like that.
I do it more often. I've learned how to do it.
Yeah.
Like, I'll touch a little here and there.
For me, it just comes naturally.
Yeah.
Like, to me, I think about it. Like, should I do it? Should I not?
I don't know. I just do it, and then sometimes I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. For, like, a person like Alicia who doesn't like to be touched.
Yeah.
But I also have no filter, so I do it and then backtrack. I don't think about it before doing it.
Yes, I had a friend at uni, and she was like, every single time she said something, she was like, touch you, like, just a little, like, I don't know, to, like, bring your attention. I don't know, I was always wondering, like, why are you touching me, please? Stop. Yeah, please stop. But I think I've learned, like, it's just very gentle and, like, very, you know, innocent and, like, just a little.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I've learned how to do it. Because previously, like, I wouldn't touch you unless I want you to do it. Yeah. Go all over. But yeah. But previously, like, my love language has changed. It was always quality time, and then it was like giving gifts, and then it was touch.
But
Or
what, do
maybe
you
even
feel like
words of
the...
affirmation. I think it's changed, and like
You feel like what? The older you've gotten it's changed?
the
or
older I've gotten, the more confident I became within my body,
just,
and I have a lot more people to like touch. Because previously I just felt like, please don't touch because this is not this is not good. This is not good, and it's like there's like the background, like the voice in my head saying, oh no, it's don't touch here or there. But I feel like I'm not overthinking as much now. But previously I wouldn't let you because, oh, you've touched the wrong place.
You see, I think for me, because I don't have a lot of confidence in my body, but I don't have a problem with being physical or someone like touching a certain place or anything like that, but I just think I'm just like a physical person though. And maybe it's just like, you know, my way of showing that I care or that I, you know, love you or whatever.
Yeah.
So I've never had like, you know, like being touched has never been a problem for me, even though I don't have a lot of confidence in my body to start with. I never really thought about it like that. Because like, it's like, I mean, if that person is having sex with you to start with, it's like they're already attracted to you.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know, that's just like how I think about it.
But for example, when I'm in a relationship, I will touch.
Yeah.
A lot. And I'll
That's like Alicia.
touch. Yeah, and then I will let them touch me. But I will touch a lot.
Oh, it's just like the different levels, because I mean, even like in a friendship, like you can only touch so much before it becomes a little bit like, you know.
Yeah.
So guys, this is our yap for today. Let us know what are your thoughts on dating in the 21st century. How do you go about it? Are you using apps, or do you just prefer the natural way of meeting people, like going to the bar and, you know, coming up to somebody and like, oh, I like you. Let's exchange a number. Or any other way. Like, let us know in the comments or on Instagram. You can also send us a personal message. We do reply. There's 3 of us. So let us know your thoughts. Thanks for listening and see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe and follow on Instagram, the Yap Collective.